live? I think we are live. Okay. So first things first, hold on. First things first, I need to share the link to this thing to my Twitter. So let's do that first. All right. So that's done. Second of all, I need to put this thing in the chat. That's not it. There we go. Okay. So what are we doing here? Okay, so here's the thing. I have like 5 billion things on my GoodReads. I do. You see the page count right here. 349 books. That's a lot. That's way too many. I am never going to get to all of these in my lifetime. So here's the thing. I need to get rid of some of these. And that's what we plan on doing here tonight. Why am I doing this all of a sudden after not uploading for like 2 months? I'm bored. I'm tired, it's late at night, it's 11 o'clock. I just want to do this. Why not? No, I do not feel like making videos these days, but oh well, I still want to do those. So anyway, the goal of this live stream is to get through 1, maybe 2 pages of my GoodReads and unhaul at least 10. At least 10 to 20 books. That's the goal. That's the goal. Now, do I think that's achievable? Absolutely, because quite honestly, a lot of these are I've had saved it since like 2020, so that's like what, 4, almost 5 years at this point. My reading taste, my personality has shifted and changed over the years, so I'm thinking it should be easy to get rid of a few of these because I probably just don't want to read them anymore because I've probably outgrown them at this point. I don't know. But anyway, let's get into it. So, let's just dive into it. Why not? So the way we're going to do this is we're going to go through a lot of the books here and see whether or not they still interest me. You know, just like click on it, read the title, read the description, see if it still interests me. If it doesn't, it's gone. Let me caveat that actually. If it doesn't inspire a lot of excitement for me to get to read it, then it's gone. If it's just, if at the most it's like, maybe someday. If it's a like a maybe someday book, it's still going. It's still going away because I just need to get rid of stuff. Okay, so let's get into this. So first up we have All the Stars and Teeth. Let's look at this. This is a fantasy young adult with some romance. Ooh, it's got pirates. That's interesting. Also, by the way, let me know if y'all can hear the audio because I literally cannot tell. I literally cannot tell if the audio is fine or not. Anyway, so what is this? This is All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. Let's read the description. She will reign as princess of the island kingdom, whatever that is. Amora has spent her entire life training to be High Animancer. Animancer. The Master of Souls. Ooh. The rest of the realm can choose their magic, but for Amora, it's never been a choice. To secure her place as heir to the throne, she must prove her mastery of the monarchy's dangerous soul magic. The situation goes awry, Amora is forced to flee, strikes a deal with a mysterious pirate who'll help her prove she's fit to rule. But sailing to the kingdom holds more wonder than Amora anticipated. Destructive new magic's on the rise, and if Amora is to conquer, she'll need to face legendary monsters, cross paths with vengeful mermaids, and deal with stowaway never expected. I'm thinking it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Let's get that out of the way first of all. First of all, it's gorgeous. But I'm thinking no. I'm thinking we can kick it. I do. I think we can kick it. Let's move on. Also, for some reason, like the streaming thing that I have does not really does not really want to sync up to my GoodReads. So like I don't know. So if it's a little bit glitchy, oh there it goes. It's starting to work again. Okay, now it's synced up. Anyway. Oh, we have somebody join us. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. There Will Come a Darkness by Katie Rose Poole. What is this? This is a fantasy young adult. Ooh, it's got some queerness. Ooh, high fantasy. Interesting. Let's see what this is about. The cover's pretty. The cover's very pretty. For generations, the Seven Prophets. I cannot really see. I'm sorry. The thing on my screen is very, very tiny. So if I'm having a little bit of trouble reading it, it's because the print on my screen is very, very tiny, and I do not know how to make it bigger on my screen. So just forewarning. Okay. For generations, the Seven Prophets guided humanity using their visions of the future. They ended wars and united nations until the day 100 years ago when the prophets disappeared. Oh, that sucks for them. Sucks to be them. All they left behind was one final secret prophecy foretelling an age of darkness and the birth of a new prophet who could be the world's salvation or the cause of its destruction. As chaos takes hold, 5 souls are set on a collision course. So we've got a prince, a ruthless killer, a faithful leader torn between devoting his heart, a gambler, and a dying girl on the verge of giving up. Okay. So they can all break the world. It's perfect for fans of Ew, Throne of Glass, ooh, Children of Blood and Bone, oh, and Ember of the Ashes. Okay, hold on. You know, I was kind of leaning on kicking it. But I do love Children of Blood and Bone, the first one. The second one was not very good. I don't plan on reading the third one. And I do love Ember of the Ashes, as we all know. So because of that, because it says it's perfect for fans of those 2 series, I'm thinking maybe we can keep it. Maybe we can keep it. I think we can keep it. I do. I think we can keep it. Anyway, let's move on. What is this? The Light Between Worlds. Okay, we got another. If you can tell, in 2020, I really was still very much in my fantasy young adult era. If you cannot tell, that these are all books saved from like 2020, 2021. Yeah, young adult fantasy, I was very much into that. I still am, but just, it was like my most dominant genre at that point in time. Anyway, Light Between Worlds, what is this about? 5 years ago, Evelyn and Philippa cowered from airstrikes in a London bomb shelter. Ooh, not good. But that night took a turn when the sisters were transported to another realm called the Woodlands. In a forest kingdom populated by creatures out of myth and legend, they found temporary refuge. When they finally returned to London, nothing changed at all, nothing except themselves. Now, Evelyn spends her days sneaking to the woods outside of her boarding school, wishing for the woodlands. Overcoming with longing, she is desperate to return no matter what it takes. Philippa, on the other hand, is determined to find a place in this world. She shields herself behind a flawless exterior and countless friends. Moves to America to escape the memory of what was. Okay, then Evelyn goes missing, and Philippa has to look for her, I guess. Let's see. We've got depression, self-harm, PTSD, suicidal, illness, disordered eating, loss of love. Wow, it's got a lot of stuff in here. Rock on. It's not inspiring much joy. It sounds like fun, but I think we can kick it. I think we can kick it. I do. I think we can kick it. Let's move on. Alrighty. What's next? Belle Revolt. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's French. This is another YA fantasy. Ooh, okay. Emily is more at home holding scalpels than embroidery needles, and is desperate to escape her noble roots to serve her country as a physician. Okay, we love that for her. We love her girl boss. But society dictates a noble lady cannot perform such a gruesome work. By the way, side note, if y'all can hear my laptop overheating like a jet engine, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I do not know how to fix that. So if y'all can hear my laptop going haywire, I'm sorry. But like, oh well, we just have to power through it. Anyway, okay, so we've got Emily who wants to be a physician. We've got Annette, overlooked and overworked by her family, wants more from life than her humble beginnings and is desperate to be trained in magic. So when a strange, noble girl offers Annette the chance of a lifetime, she accepts. Okay, and then the two of them swap lives. Annette attends finishing school. Okay. And then Emily enrolls to be a physician assistant. Okay, but when their nation instigates a terrible war, the two girls come together to help the rebellion unearth the truth before it's too late. I'm torn on whether or not to kick this one. Let's look at the reviews. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, wait, I remember that one. No. Okay, so it's like 4 and 3 stars. I don't know. I don't know if we should kick this one or not. It's so pretty. I've had this in my mind for years, ever since I spotted it on a shelf at Books A Million. So, like, I've had it in the back of my mind all these years. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know what? We're gonna hesitantly keep it. I'll decide at the end of this if we want to keep it or not. Alright, The Last Flight, I think I have that saved to my Kindle app. So we're gonna skip that one. Let's look at the water answer. Alright. Ooh, historical fiction. It's got some fantasy, magical realism. Interesting. What is this about? Okay. Young Hiram Walker was born into bondage. When his mother was sold away, Hiram was robbed of all memory of her. Oh, that's so sad. But was gifted with a mysterious power. Years later, when Hiram almost drowns in a river, that same power saves his life. This brush with death bursts an urgency in Hiram and a daring scheme to escape from the only home he's ever known. So begins an unexpected journey that takes Hiram from the corrupted grandeur of Virginia's proud plantations to desperate guerrilla cells in the wilderness, from the coffin of the Deep South to dangerously idealistic movements in the North. Even as he's enlisted in the underground war between slavers and the enslaved, Hiram's resolve to rescue the family he left behind endures. This is the dramatic story of an atrocity inflicted on generations of women, men, and children, the violent and capricious separation of families, and the war they waged to simply make lives with the people they love. Written by one of today's... Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. 4 and 5 star dominant reviews. I think we're going to keep this one. This one sounds interesting to me. We're going to keep this one. What next? Okay, we're going to skip all the Star Wars stuff because obviously I'm keeping that. Let's see. City of Brass. This is... Ooh. Okay, historical fiction and fantasy-infused YA. Interesting. I've heard good things about this one, so I don't know. Maybe not. Nari has never believed in magic. Certainly, she has power on the streets of 18th century Cairo. She's a con woman of unexpressed talent, but she knows better than anyone that the trade she uses to get by, palm readings, SARS, healings, are all tricks. Sleights of hand, learned skills, and means to the delightful end of swindling Ottoman nobles. When Nari accidentally summons an equally sly, darkly mysterious Jinn warrior to her side during one of her cons, she's forced to accept that the magical world she thought only existed in childhood stories is real. For the warrior tells her a new tale across hot wind-swept sands, teeming with creatures of fire and rivers where the mythical Okay. So she goes to the city of Brass, and in that city, old resentments are simmering. When she decides to enter this world, she learns that the true power is fierce and brutal, that magic cannot shield her from the dangerous web of poor politics. See, I've heard that. Ooh, wow. Oh my god. Okay, 4 and 5 star, basically even reviews. Wow. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. I'm curious. We'll keep it. I've heard really good things about that one, so we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Alrighty. You know what? I think this one we are going to get rid of. I think we are going to get rid of this one. Hold on. Yeah. Let's get rid of this one. There we go. Alright, what's next? Where darkness shows the stars. Okay. This is a dystopia. Okay. Ooh, I like YA dystopia. When did this come out? 2012. Of course it did. Of course it did. It's been several generations since a genetic experiment gone wrong caused the reduction, decimating humanity and giving rise to a what is that? Luddite nobility, who outlawed most technology. Why would they do that? That's weird. Alright, so Elliot has always known her place in the world. 4 years ago, Elliot refused to run away with her childhood sweetheart, choosing duty to her family's estate over love. Since then, the world has changed. A new class of post-reductionists is jump-starting the wheel of progress, and Ellie's estate is foundering, forcing her to rent land to the mysterious Cloud Fleet, a group of shipbuilders that includes renowned blah 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 blah. Okay. The friend comes back home, and while Elliot wonders if this could be their second chance, Kai seems determined to show Elliot exactly what she gave up with when she let him go. Ooh, petty bitch. Petty bitch. Okay. Okay, petty bitch. But Elliot soon discovers her old friend carries a secret. Of course he does. One that could change their society or bring it to its knees. Of course he does. Of course. And again, she's faced with a choice: cling to what she's been raised to believe, or cast her lot with the only boy she's ever loved, even if she's loved him forever. Inspired by persuasion, taking romance, but opening. I'm gonna be honest. Let's get rid of it. I'm gonna be honest. Let's get rid of it. I'm sorry. It sounds a little generic. So, I mean, can I really blame it for sounding dated and generic? It's over 10 years old. Like, of course it sounds dated and generic. Like, you know. But, yeah, it feels like, it reads like something that I've outgrown. So let's get rid of it. Anyway. What's next? The rest of the story. So this is a YA romance, contemporary romance. Okay. Emma doesn't remember a lot about her mother, who died when she was 10, but she does remember the stories her mom told her about the big lake that went on forever. Now it's just Emma and her dad, and life is good, a little predictable, until Emma is unexpectedly sent to spend the summer with her mother's family, her grandmother, and cousin she hasn't seen since she was a little girl. When Emma arrives at North Lake, she realizes there are actually two very different communities there. Her mother grew up in working class North Lake. Ooh, sorry if y'all heard that. While her dad spent summers in the wealthier Lake North Resort. Okay, so her parents had a little class divide, little Romeo and Juliet maybe. The more time Emma spends there, the more it starts to feel like she is divided into two people as well. To her father, she is Emma, but to her new family, she is Slayer. Okay, the name her mother always called her. Then there's Rue, the boy who's been her very best friend since she was little, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the friend holds the secret to her family's history. He helps her put the pieces together. We can get rid of it. 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 Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. What's next? The Evil Queen. I remember this. Well, I remember the cover. I don't really remember this book. So this is a YA fantasy retelling, obviously. Okay, Once Upon a Time meets Game of Thrones. I do like Once Upon a Time, even if it is unserious to the max. I've never seen Game of Thrones. We're going to the words of good and evil, where villains may be heroes and heroes may be villains. It all depends on who you ask. Okay. In the realm of Enchantia, creatures of legend still exist. Magic is the norm and fairy tales are real. Raised in the human world, Everly has no idea she's a fairy tale princess until she begins to commune with mirrors. Soon, a horrifying truth is revealed. She is fated to be Snow White's greatest enemy, the Evil Queen. With powers beyond her imaginations or control, Everly returns to the land of her birth. There she meets Roth, the supposed Prince Charming. Their attraction is undeniable, but their relationship is doomed. As Everly faces disasters and betrayals, giving into her wicked side proves more tempting. Can she resist, or will she become the villain she's born to be? Yeah, I think we can get rid of this one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am curious. There's apparently more? Alright, there's apparently more to this. Okay. But no, I think well, actually, hold on. 1 second. Oh, I remember why I originally saved this, because the cover of the second book was so pretty, I wanted to read the second book. But I can't, because it's the second book in a series. Why did I want to read the second book in the series? I don't remember. Why did I want to read this? Oh, wait. It's a companion novel. Wait. Oh my god. Wait. Oh my god. Never mind. You know what? Okay. That's humiliating for me. You know what? I don't want to read either one of these. I feel like I've outgrown them. Let's go. Let's move. And there is... Oh! Apparently that was the wrong move, because now there's police sirens outside. So, apparently they're coming for me, because I unhauled that one. Oops! Alrighty. The Storm Crow, another YA fantasy. Okay. This cover is so interesting. It's an interesting cover. I will say that. It is a very interesting cover. Okay. YA series that follows a fallen princess who ignites a rebellion. Of course she does. Perfect for fans of searching. Stop with that. Stop with her. Stop it. I'm sick of hearing that Zionist name. I'm sick of hearing her name. Ooh, but I do love Lee Bardugo. I do love Lee Bardugo. Anyway, Princess Thea was born to be a crow rider, a warrior in her kingdom. Magical elemental crows keep the city running. But when the Eleusian Empire invades, they kill all the crows in a horrible fire that also robs Thea of her mother and mentor. Damn! It's bad for her. Damn! She loses her birds. She loses her mom. She loses her mentor. She loses her home. Damn, it's bad for her. F in the chat for the, we need to get the, GoFundMe. Damn. Okay, so Thea's sister becomes the new queen. She is forced to agree to a marriage between Thea and the Eleusian heir in an effort to save her people. The prince is rude and cruel, and Thea can't imagine traveling to the heart of an enemy city after so much has been taken from her. Before she leaves, she finds a crow egg, Slay, in the rubble of the rookery. Deep in the heart of Eleusia, she must hatch the last crow, hold her own against the crown prince, and ignite a rebellion to spark back what is hers. Okay. Okay. I'm kinda here for it. I'm kinda here for it. I feel like it might not be the best, but I'm kinda here for it. I'm here for mess. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it. Let's move on. What we got next? This is so pretty. This is so pretty. We rule the night. One second, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Alright, another YA fantasy, groundbreaking. We rule the night. Okay, so Revna is a factory worker, manufacturing war machines for the Union of the North. Ooh, hate that for you, girly. When she's caught using illegal magic, she fears being branded a traitor and imprisoned. Meanwhile, on the front lines, some other person, Lynn, defied her father. A Union general disguised herself as a boy to join the army. Okay, Mulan. They're both offered a reprieve from punishment if they use their magic, and a special women's military flight unit can undertake terrifying deadly missions under cover of darkness. Revna and Lynn can hardly stand to be in the same cockpit, as they can't fly together and they can't find a way to fly well. The enemy's superior firepower will destroy them if they don't destroy each other first. Ooh, that's pretty. I think we can sacrifice it. I think we can sacrifice it. I do. It sounds okay, but, you know, like I said, we have like 300 books to get through. Not tonight, obviously, but at some point. So, like, you know. Now, this one I remember. I've had this one on my TBR for years. Alright, this is another YA fantasy. The Novice. When blacksmith apprentice Fletcher discovers that he has the ability to summon demons from another world, he travels to Adept Military Academy. There, the gifted are trained in the art of summoning. Fletcher is put through grueling training as a battle mage to fight in the Empire's war against orcs. He must tread carefully while training alongside children of powerful nobles, the power-hungry, those seeking alliances, and the fear of betrayal surround him. Okay, he's caught in the middle of powerful forces. Let's decide where his loyalties lie. The fate of an empire is Heon's. Okay. It's got really good reviews. It's got really good reviews. We're gonna keep it for right now. We're gonna keep it for right now. I'm not saying it's gonna stay, like, permanently, but we're gonna keep it for right now. We're gonna keep it for right now. Okay. The Chosen, by the same author, by the way. Another YA fantasy. Okay. So people have been vanishing without explanation, and we're gonna find out why. Okay. So Cade is settling into a new boarding school, contemplating his future, when he finds himself transported to another realm. Oh, it's one of those books. Okay. He soon discovers their new world is populated with lost remnants from the past. Prehistoric creatures, ancient relics, strangers, still people. Overwhelmed by his new surroundings, Cade has little time to adjust. For soon he and his fellow classmates are forced we can get rid of it. The cover's gorgeous, though. But we can get rid of it. We can sacrifice it. The cover is so pretty, though. Alright, let's move on. Alright, this one I already have saved to my Spotify. So I do plan on reading this in January, or sometime in the new year. What is this one? And I Darken. Let's look at this one. Alrighty, so this is another YA fantasy. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Ever since Lada and her brother were abandoned by their father to be raised in the courts, Lada has known that ruthlessness is the key to survival. For the lineage that her and her brothers... What? Oh, for the lineage that makes her and her brother also makes them targets. Okay, so they're not popular. The family has done some shit. Interesting. Lana hones her skills as a warrior, and she nurtures plans to wreak revenge on the empire that holds her captive. And she and Radu meet the Sultan's son, and everything changes. Now, the Sultan's son unwittingly stands between Lada and her brother as they transform from siblings to rivals. And the ties of love and loyalty that bind them together are stretching to a breaking point. We can get rid of it. We can get rid of it. We can get rid of it. Let's move on. What's next? Shadow of the Fox. What is this? Of course, it's another YA fantasy. Alrighty. So, 1,000 years ago, a dragon was summoned to grant a single terrible wish, and the kingdom was plunged into darkness and chaos. Now, whoever holds this special scroll will be granted a new wish, and a new age is about to dawn. You know, I have to say, this cover, it's so pretty, but it's also reminding me of that, like, $500 Ari skin from Riot Games. Yeah, if you know, you know. Which none of you know. Raised by monks in the isolated Silent Winds temple, Yumiko has trained all her life to hide her yokai nature. Half kintsu, half human, her skill with illusion is matched only by her penchant for mischief. I'm sorry, it looked like perchant for a second, but that's not a word. It's penchant. Until the day her home is burned to the ground, her adopted family is brutally slain, and she is forced to flee for her life with the temple's greatest treasure, one part of the ancient scroll. Ooh, okay. Okay, go off. There are many who would claim the dragon's wish for their own. Okay, Cage Tatsumi, mysterious samurai of the Shadow Clan, is one such hunter under orders to retrieve the scroll at any cost. Fate brings the two together with a promise. Into the scroll, an uneasy alliance is formed. Okay. But he seeks what she is hidden away, and her deception could ultimately tear them both apart. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it because I do generally love East Asian inspired fantasies. I do. Like almost every single East Asian inspired fantasy that I read is like 4 or 5 stars for me. Most of them. Alrighty. So again, Star Wars books, we're gonna skip over those. What is this? I remember this. This is a classic. It's a historical fiction. Alright, so backstory on this one. When I was still in high school, we had an assignment, and when it came to like English class in my high school, they gave us like a list of books, and we could like pick out one that we wanted to read for our assignments. And I didn't do this. I didn't do that particular assignment on this book because there was another one that just looked more interesting. I don't know which one it was. I think it was The Outsiders that I picked for that assignment. I don't know, but this was on a list for one of my assignments, and it looked really interesting, so I saved it to my GoodReads. So let's see if it still looks interesting to me all these years later. Fair and long-legged, independent, and articulate, Janny sets out to be her own person. No mean feat for a black woman in the 30s. Janny's quest for identity takes her through 3 marriages and into a journey back to her roots. I'd like to do more research on what exactly this is about, because based on this little description right here, I'm kind of tempted to kick it, but I also feel like there's probably a lot more to the book than the description is talking about right here. So I kind of want to know like what the themes are and stuff. And I mean, it got really good reviews. So yeah, I want to do more research on this one before I ultimately decide whether or not. Before I ultimately decide whether or not to keep it or not. All right, what do we have next? The Devouring Gray. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. I'm so sorry. Blue is my favorite color. So of course I love covers that are blue. Anyway. Ooh. YA fantasy horror. That's interesting. Ew, my neck. Ooh, my neck. Okay, a beast haunts the town. Uprooted from the city, Violet doesn't have much hope of fitting in at her new school in Four Paths, town almost buried in the woodlands of rural New York. The fact that she's descended from one of the town's founders doesn't help much earlier. Ooh. Ooh. Does the town not like your family, darling? Okay. I wonder, I'm curious to know why. Like, that's, whoa, okay. Her new neighbors treat her with distant respect and something very much like fear. What the hell did your ancestor do? Why do people fear you just because of your last name? What the hell did your ancestor do? Oh my god. When she meets Justin, May, Isaac, and Harper and Justin. Okay, welcome back, Wizards of Waverly Place. All children have found their families and sees the otherworldly destruction they can wreak. She starts to wonder if the townsfolk are right to be afraid. When bodies start to appear in the woods, the locals become downright hostile. I'm kind of interested in this. This sounds messy. We're gonna keep it. We're keeping that one. I'm kind of interested in that one. Next. The Candle and the Flame. This is a very gorgeous cover. This cover is so pretty. Like, oh my god. This cover, it's a 10 out of 10. It's so pretty. Like, just the light and the colors and, like, everything. Like, it's so pretty. Oh my god. Alright, so this is another YA fantasy. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not Fatima. Not Fatima. Oh my god. Like the Twitter meme. Oh my god, that's me. Fatima lives in the city of Nor, a thriving stop along the Silk Road. There, the music of myriad languages fills the air, and people of all faiths weave their lives together. However, the city bears scars of its recent past. Okay, when the chaotic tribe, the Jinn, slaughtered its entire population, except for Fatima and 2 other humans. Okay. Now ruled by somebody new, Nor is protected from the Jinn by the Ifrit. Okay, Jinn of Order and Reason, and their commander, that person. But when one of the most potent of the Ifrit dies, Fatima is changed in ways she cannot fathom, ways that scare even those who love her. Ode in hand, Fatima is drawn into... okay. Okay. Ooh, importance of names. That's interesting. You know what? We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this. It reminds me of Ember of the Ashes, so we're gonna keep it. We're going to keep it for that reason alone. We are going to keep it for that reason alone. Why is this not loading? Thank you. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on. This is how I lied. Mystery and thriller. We finally have something to shake up the YA fantasy landscape that we've been in forever. What is this about? Okay. The cover is not doing it for me, by the way. I'm just going to say that. The cover's not doing it for me. Alright, so 25 years ago, the body of a teenager was found in the caves near her home in Iowa, discovered by her best friend, Maggie, and her sister, Nola. There were a bunch of suspects, but ultimately the case went cold. For decades, the best friend was haunted by Eve's death and that horrible night. Now, a detective named grotto and 7 months pregnant, she is thrust back into the past when a new piece of evidence surfaces and the case is reopened. As Maggie investigates and re-examines the clues, theories about what really happened begin to emerge. Okay. I'm going to say we can kick it. I'm curious about one thing, though. Okay. We can kick it. Let's move on. What's next? Alrighty. The Year of the Witching. The cover's cool. The cover is very cool. Ooh, it's a fantasy horror with witches and a historical fiction. Ooh. Okay, the tags are kind of tagging for me. Like, we're kind of on the right track with the tags. What is this? In the lands of Bethel, where the prophet's word is law, this person... I'm going to call this person Moore. Moore's very existence is blasphemy. Her mother's union with an outsider of a different race cast her once proud family. Sorry, my screen is dirty, so it was looking a little... Anyway. Into disgrace. So Moore does her best to worship the Father, follow holy protocol, and lead a life of submission, devotion, and absolute conformity like all the other women in the settlement. But a mishap lures her into the forbidden dark woods surrounding Bethel, where the first prophet once chased and killed 4 powerful witches. Their spirits are still lurking there, and they bestow a gift on Moore. The journal of her dead mother. Oh! Wait, was her mother a witch? Her mother was a witch. Okay, wait, hold on. Who Moore is shocked to learn once sought sanctuary in the wood. Fascinated by the secrets in the diary, Moore finds herself struggling to understand how her mother could have consorted with the witches. But when she begins to learn grim truths about the church and its history, she realizes that the true threat to Bethel is its own darkness. Ooh. We're keeping that. That sounds interesting. I'm sorry. Like, we got witches and stuff. That sounds cool. Okay. We've already gone through these. So let's do my sister, the serial killer. This is a thriller mystery. Okay. When Corade's dinner is interrupted one night by a distress call from her sister, if you can hear the motorcycle going past, I am sorry. That is a lot of motorcycles going past. Okay. Wait. Okay, they're gone now. Okay, so the lady gets a call from her sister, who she knows what she's expected of her. Ooh, we're cleaning up a crime scene. We are cleaning up a crime scene. This will be the 3rd boyfriend that the sister... What? This is the third boyfriend that the sister killed? Wait, hold on. Wait. She should probably go to the police for the good of the menfolk of Nigeria, but she loves her sister, and as they say, family always comes first. Until that is, the sister starts dating the doctor, where Corad works as a nurse. Oh. Not your sister about to kill your boss! Oh, God. Corad's long been in love with the doctor and isn't prepared to see him wind up with a knife in his back. Oh, no. Oh, we're keeping that. That's messy. I love family drama. Oh, we're keeping that. Oh, I love family drama. We're keeping that. I need to get my hands on that. I forgot how much I like that one. It's been in the back of my mind for years, but I kept forgetting like why I had it in the back of my mind. We're keeping that one. Alright, Pretty Dead Queen by Alexa Dunn. I've seen her discuss this on her YouTube channel in depth, so I really want to get that one. Let's look at the Gilded ones. Alright, this is YA fantasy. Ooh, okay. So, Decca lives in fear and anticipation of the blood ceremony that will determine whether she will become a member of her village. Already different from everyone else because of her unnatural intuition, Decca prays for red blood so she can finally feel like she belongs. Oh, no. This right here is reminding me of Red Queen? Yeah, Red Queen. No. Anyway. But on the day of the ceremony, her blood runs gold, the color of impurity, and Decca she will face a consequence worse than death. Then, a mysterious woman comes to her with a choice: stay in the village and submit to her fate, or leave to fight for the Emperor in an army of girls just like her. They are called Alaki, near immortals with rare gifts. They are the only ones who can stop the Empire's greatest threat. Knowing the dangers that lie ahead, yet yearning for acceptance, Dekka decides to leave the only life she's ever known. Okay. This is interesting. This sounds interesting to me, and it says it's perfect for fans of Children of Blood and Bone and Black Panther, which I love both of those. So we're gonna keep it. This sounds interesting. Okay. What's next? Alright. Ooh, wait, what is this? Sing Me Forgotten. The cover is interesting. It's another YA fantasy. Oh my god. Was everything that I read in 2020 just YA fantasy? Because these are all saved from 2020, and yet they are all YA fantasy. Well, most of them anyway. Oh my god. 2020 me, get a new act. For real. Anyway, Sing Me Forgotten. Isda does not exist, at least not beyond the opulent walls of the opera house. Relatable. Not the opera house part, but relatable. Cast into a well at birth for being one of the... Wait, what do you mean she was cast into a well? Oh my god, not her being thrown away. Anyway. Okay, so she's got some magic that can manipulate memories when people sing. She was saved by the opera house's owner. Since that day, he has given her sanctuary from the murderous world outside. All he has in return is that she use her power to keep ticket sales high. Oop. Okay, capitalism. And that she stays out of sight. For if anyone discovers she survived, Isda and the owner would pay with their lives. But Isda breaks the cardinal rule when she meets Emmerich Roden, a charming boy who throws her quiet, solitary life out of balance. Of course. Girl, of course you're throwing... Of course your life gets thrown out of balance because of a boy. Of course. My god. His voice is unlike anything she's ever heard, but the real shock comes when she finds in his memories hints of a way to finally break free of her gilded prison. Okay, slay. Haunted by this possibility, Isda spends more and more time with Emmerich, searching for answers in the music and his past, but the price of freedom is steeper than Isda could ever know, for even as she struggles with her growing feelings for Emmerich, she learns... Okay. I'm kind of on the fence about this one. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of on the fence about this one, because it sounds unique. But it's also like, do I really want to, though? Like, I think we gotta kick it. Because it sounds unique, it sounds interesting, but it doesn't sound unique or interesting enough. Oh, the American Royals person put out something new. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look into that. Got distracted. Sorry. Anyway, let's move on. Hold up. Anyway, sorry. Got a notification. What is this? Lost in the Woods, another YA fantasy. Okay, it's been 5 years since Wendy and her 2 brothers went missing in the woods, but when the town's children start to disappear, the questions surrounding her brother's mysterious circumstances are brought back into light. Okay, attempting to flee her past, Wendy almost runs over an unconscious boy lying in the middle of the road. Damn! Okay. Damn! And gets pulled into the mysterious haunting the town. Okay, so here the boy that she almost ran over claims that if they don't do something, the missing children will meet the same fate as her brothers. In order to find them and rescue the missing children, Wendy must confront what's waiting for her in the woods. We can get rid of it. Oh, that's pretty. We can get rid of it. It's okay. What's next? Okay. Wings of Ebony. Ooh, that's a title that I remember. That's a very pretty cover. Another YA fantasy. Okay, make a way out of no way is just the way of life for Rue. But when her mother is shot dead on her doorstep, damn. Life for her and her younger sister changes forever. I wonder why. I wonder why. That does seem like a life-changing event. Rue is taken from her neighborhood by the father she never knew, forced to leave her little sister behind. Wait, why? What? Why is the sister getting left behind? Where's the sister going? And whisked away to Gizem, a hidden island of magical wielders. But Rue is the only half-god, half-human there. Oh, so that's why the little sister got left behind, because she's not special. Okay, the little sister is just a mortal peasant. Okay. So Rue is special, where leaders protect their magical powers at all costs and thrive on human suffering. Miserable and desperate to see her sister on the anniversary of their mother's death, Rue breaks Gizem's sacred do not leave law and returns to Houston, only to discover that black kids are being forced into crime and violence, and her sister Tasha is in danger of falling away to the very forces that claim their mother's life. Worse still, evidence mounts that the evil plaguing East Row is the same one that lurks in Gizem. Ooh, that's not good. An evil that will stop at nothing until it has stolen everything from her and everyone she loves. Rue must embrace her true identity. We can get rid of it. We can kick it. We can kick it. If I had less books on my TBR, I'd keep it. But like, girl, we still got over 300 books on the TBR. Why is this not loading? Thank you. Like we have to make some tough choices. Like, it sounds interesting, but I don't think I'm ever gonna get to it. So we're gonna kick it. One to watch. I remember this one. Alrighty, so this is a romance contemporary. Contemporary romance. Okay. Yes. So Bia is a devastatingly stylish plus-size fashion blogger who has amazing friends, a devoted family, legions of Insta followers, and a massively broken heart. Like the rest of America, Bia indulges in her weekly obsession, the hit reality show Main Squeeze, the fantasy dates, the kiss-off rejections, the surprising amount of guys named Chad. But Bea is sick and tired of the lack of body diversity on the show, since when is being a plus-size zero a prerequisite for getting engaged on television? Okay, so just when Bea has sworn off dating altogether, she gets an intriguing call. Main Squeeze wants her to be its next star. Love that for her. Surrounded by men vying for her affections, Bea agrees on one condition. Under no circumstances will she actually fall in love. Period. She's in this to supercharge her career, subvert harmful anti-fat beauty standards, inspire women across America, and get a free hot air balloon ride. That's it. And of course, she falls in love with someone. Here's the thing with this one. Here's the thing. I recently read a book that also was very much like set on a reality bachelor TV show kind of thing, like another like bachelor type of book inspired thing. I didn't like it. I DNF'd it. So for that reason, I'm kind of on the fence about this one, because this is also another book that takes place on like a bachelor-esque reality TV show. But I'm also like, okay, but this is a completely different circumstance with a completely different author. Like, should I really be judging this one based off of a completely different book? Should I? No, I shouldn't. I think I can get this at my library. So I'm going to keep it. I think I can get this at my library. So we're going to keep it because of that. I love how the title of this is Unhauling TBR, and yet I keep saying, oh, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this. Kingdom of the Wicked. Interesting cover. Interesting cover. Okay. Ooh, we got more witches. Okay, we got paranormal. Interesting. Two sisters, one brutal murder, a quest for vengeance that will unleash hell itself, and an intoxicating romance, of course. So Amelia and her twin sister, Victoria, are witches who live secretly among humans, avoiding notice and persecution. One night, Victoria misses dinner service at the family's renowned Sicilian restaurant. Emily soon finds the body of her beloved twin. Oh, desecrated beyond belief. Oh, that's not good. Devastated, Amelia sets out to find her sister's killer and to seek vengeance at any cost, even if it means using dark magic that's long been forbidden. Then Amelia meets Wrath, one of the wicked princes of hell. Interesting. He's been warned against. Okay, so he's evil. He should not be trifled with. Okay. Oh, not her falling in love with a demon. Not her falling in love with a demon. It's curious, but it's not curious enough. So we're gonna kick it. We're gonna kick it. We are. Let's move on. Let's move on. Alright. This one. Even if we break. Fun fact, I've read this author before. I've read two books from this author. Well, technically a book and a half, a book and a quarter, because I DNF'd the second book of hers that I was reading. I keep telling myself that I'm gonna get back to it someday, but I never have. So anyway. Okay. Shocking new thriller about a group of friends tied together by a game and the deadly weekend that tears them apart. Alright, so 5 friends go to a cabin, 4 of them are hiding secrets, 3 years of history bind them, 2 are doomed from the start, 1 person wants to end this, and no one is safe. What are the reviews? Oh. Okay. See, here's the thing. The reviews aren't that good. And the description, it sounds very much like I can get this same type of plot somewhere else. You know, YA mystery thriller, friends going to a cabin, and people start dying. I can get that somewhere else. There's actually another book from Alexa Dunn that is either releasing later this year or it's already released that is very much like this. It has very much this like friends going to a cabin and they all start dying type of premise, and I really want to read that one. So like I can get this type of premise elsewhere, you know? So for that reason, I'm gonna kick it. I'm sorry. Let's move on. What is next? I actually forgot what's next. Oh, this is pretty. All this time. And it's shaped like an hourglass. That's pretty. It's very pretty. Oh, it's a YA contemporary. I was thinking it was going to be fantasy. Oh, no, it's contemporary. Interesting. Oh, we got mental health. Okay. So Kyle and Kimberly, the K's, have been the perfect couple all throughout high school, but when Kimberly breaks up with him on the night of their graduation party, girl, you couldn't wait one more night? Did you have to break up at the graduation party? Damn, was he that bad? He must have been like horrible if she was like, you know what, I'm gonna break up at the graduation party. I'm going to make this night that we're all supposed to be live, laugh, loving. I'm gonna make it very awkward. Damn, what the hell did Kyle do to make her do that? Okay, so they break up at the graduation party. Kyle's entire world upends. Literally, their car crashes, and when he awakes, he has a brain injury. Kimberly is dead. Oh God. I'm sorry for dragging Kimberly a little bit. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. My bad. And no one in his life could possibly understand until Marley. Marley is suffering from her own loss, a loss she thinks was her fault. And when their paths cross, Kyle sees in her all of the unspoken things he's feeling. As Kyle and Marley work to heal each other's wounds, their feelings for each other grow stronger. Of course they do. But Kyle can't shake the sense that he's headed for another crashing moment. This will blow up his life as soon as he started to put it together, and he's right. When was this released? This was released in 2020. I think we can get rid of it. Ironic that 5 Feet Apart is recommended here, because I was just thinking, like, this is so in the line of, like, 5 Feet Apart and stuff like that. We can get rid of it. Not because it sounds bad, but just because it feels like I've outgrown it. It feels like I've outgrown it. When I saved it, I was probably like, a good target audience for it. But like it's been years. I've 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 grown up, and it just feels like it feels like for where I am now, it's gonna be a little bit juvenile. So yeah, kick it. 1 second, let me drink some water. Okay, we're back. Velvet Was the Night. I remember specifically why I saved this one. I saved this one specifically because I saw on Instagram Stephanie Garber, who I love, posted that she really enjoyed this book. So I was like, oh, okay, what is this? And then I went and saved it. So, yeah. Historical fiction, mystery, thriller. Okay. Oh, I do love historical fiction. So, Velvet Was the Night. Mexico in the 1970s is a dangerous country, even for Nate, a secretary who spends her life seeking the romance found in cheap comic books and ignoring the activists protesting around the city. When her next door neighbor, the beautiful art student Leonora, wait, I'm not seeing LGBTQ in the tags, but it sounds like lesbian so far. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, okay. So her next door neighbor disappears. Interesting. Maid finds herself searching for the missing woman and journeying deep into Leonore's secret life of student radicals and dissents. Mexico in the 1970s is a politically fraught land, even for Elvis, a goon with a passion for rock and roll who knows more about kidney smashing than intrigue. When Elvis is assigned to find Leonora, he begins a blood-soaked search for the woman and his soul. Swirling in parallel trajectories, Mate and Elvis, oh, they're gonna get together. Okay. Attempt to discover the truth behind Leonora's disappearance, encountering hitmen, government agents, and Russian spies. Okay. Sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. I'm a little bit torn. I'm a little bit torn because it doesn't sound as interesting, like interesting enough to keep. But at the same time, am I thinking that because it's it's a little bit out of my wheelhouse, like it's historical fiction, it's mystery. I haven't really been reading those all too much, so like it's a little bit out of my comfort zone a little bit. It's like, am I thinking like, does it not sound too interesting because it's not, or does it not sound too interesting because it's a little bit different than what I read, and maybe I should read it to like expand my comfort zone a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna sit with that one. I'm gonna sit with that one a little bit and come back to whether or not I'm gonna kick it or not. I'm debating that one. Load. Thank you. The Crowns Game. The Crowns Game I know I'm gonna read someday. Before I die, I'm going to read The Crowns Game at some point. I will. Alright. The Castle School. I think this is going to be our last one. I do. I think this is going to be our last one. When Mariah's parents announced that they're sending her to an all-girls boarding school deep in the Maine woods, Mariah isn't fooled. She knows her parents are punishing her. She's been too much trouble since her best friend, Nathan, died. And for a while before that, at the castle school, isolated from the rest of the world, Mariah will be expected to pour her heart out to the odd headmaster, Dr. Prince. But she isn't threatened in getting over Nathan's death or befriending her fellow students. Okay, first night there. She uses some music. Oof. Oh, lovely. Discovers a lock on her window is broken. Love that for her. Hate that for her. Okay, they're not so isolated. Oh, there's another very different castle school nearby. Okay. Why is this part, like, ooh, mysterious? Like, okay, so there's an all-girls boarding school and an all-boys boarding school. Okay. Why is that so mysterious? Morai is convinced that the castle schools and the doctors who run them are hiding something. Girl, of course they are. Of course they are. Exploring the schools will force Morai to confront her overwhelming grief and her real reasons for parents in Norway. We can get rid of it. 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 Alrighty, I think we're gonna stop there. We did okay. We did okay. We did okay. Yeah, we're gonna stop there for right now. Alright, so we got rid of a few books. We did. We got rid of a few books. Okay. Sorry, I just got a notification on my phone. I'll get to that in a minute. So, we got through a few books, and we will probably do another live stream of just going through like this and going through and getting rid of some more books. So, but like yeah. Anyway, also, by the way, if y'all are curious about what I'm reading right now, these are the books that I'm reading right now. I'm currently reading Air by Safa Tahir and Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. I actually just started this one like a few hours ago. This one is very thick. I've been reading it for the past month, almost going on 2 months in December. So like it's thick. I'm sorry, it's thick. Yes, I read slow. But like I'm really loving this one. Of course I'm really loving this one. It's solid to hear. Like of course I'm loving it. But anyway, yeah, I'm really loving that one. This one, I just started it, so I have no thoughts on it so far. But like yeah, this is currently what I'm currently reading. So I think that's it. And yeah. Night.